For this video, we're going to talk about Recipe Key Premium and the customizations you can make right out of the base installation of Recipe Key Premium. It's got Recipe Keys colors. It's got the gray and the purple. But for your website, that may not work. So there are a couple things that you can do. Also, sometimes people have their content set up a little bit different that when the CSS gets implemented, things may not look as they should. So to jump in and maybe add a little bit of padding or remove some of the padding may make your website look that much better. Of course, with the millions of different websites out there, there's millions of different configurations. So I wanted to be able to make Recipe Key customizable to your website. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to jump over to the back end. And let's jump forward real quick. I'm just going to show you, for this specific instance, I set up a Recipe Key featured tag within the Foodie Pro widget. And I'm going to just scroll down. So I've got my picture with the excerpt on the side. I've got my my Recipe Key icons across the top. And if I scroll down, you can see I've got another featured tag widget set up with my Recipe Key icons underneath, set up in a third. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to jump back over here and I'm going to do a appearance customize. And I'm going to jump over to my additional CSS, and I'm going to make a little bit of room, and I'm going to comment this out, and I'm going to call it Recipe Key Custom. I'm going to end that comment. And for me, I like having a little bit more padding in between my my icons and my content down here. So I'm going to add the Recipe Key feature wrap CSS tag, and I'm going to add padding bottom, and I'm going to add, let's add 20 pixels of padding. So just added a little bit more padding. So the Recipe Key feature wrap is just for the Foodie Pro featured widgets that we add. You would use Recipe Key post wrap to change that within the post itself. Next, for the legend, well, this is all in great. I want my legend, my Recipe Key sidebar legend, to be all in a row. So I'm going to use the Recipe legend wrap, and I'm going to do a display inline grid. So now all of my Recipe Key icons are in a row, exactly like I liked it. And then last but not least, my colors are orange, so I want my Recipe Key to have a little bit of orange in it. So I'm going to do a Recipe Key. I'm going to make a color orange. For some reason, I didn't spell orange right. There we go. So now my Recipe Key icons are orange. If I wanted to make my sidebar, my legend recipe icons orange as well, I could come over here and do a Recipe legend wrap, Recipe Key, and I could say color orange, and those turn orange. If I publish this, if I jump into an actual post, we can see that my colors are orange. I've got a little bit more padding in there. My sidebar is orange, and I have now customized this to my liking.